Hello and welcome to 40 Days to Destiny. I am Regina Livingston. I'm so excited for you to be here. Today, I believe, is day 18. I cannot believe it's been that long. It's been such a great journey. It's so interesting. I feel like today I feel like at a crossroads. I've been going toward these certain goals, but I have one in particular that if you've listened to all of mine, you probably have a clue on. And that is getting to London and the provisions. And that's even seems more exciting to me or beneficial, what I want, more than even writing my book. Now, I do believe I'm going to do that, and that's not going to be go away. But I think right now, I have to focus a little bit more on that. Summertime is coming and I'm going to get there, June or July. Right there, that's when this is all going to come about. And that's not far off. It's only a month away from June, and that's going to be just. I'm just so elated about going to London. That just seems like my ultimate goal. And last night I went to a convention that I told you about, and this just seems like the opportunity for me to get there, for me to provide for what I need to get there. And I think that once I get there, I think my writing will just improve immensely. I don't know, there'll be inspiration over there that I didn't have. Actually, part of my book is going about moving to a bigger city, so that's actually, I don't know, and maybe even I'll get the book written now, but the rewrites will be um, so much better because of this experience that they'll go hand in hand. And I do believe that's what the deal is everything works hand in hand, because I've tried so many different things in my life, so many different avenues, but it just leads me to the next one and leads me to the next one, and it builds on itself. And everything I've learned to this point is just getting me to this direction, and I can see it so clearly now. And when the thing is, when you feel excited about something and when you're passionate about something, you know you're on the right track. Writing, some days I'm gung ho on it, some days I'm not, and every writer has that. I guarantee you, I've read enough of writers' things that someday it's just like, go for the gold, and this is great, and then the next time it's just like, oh man, what am I doing, So this is all part of the process, and it's great and it's good, but provisions right now have been on my mind forever, and it just seems like God has been leading me in this direction for so long, and I've asked and I have received. That's the deal. You have to ask to receive. And I found a quote yesterday, and I think it's so great. It says, never say anything about yourself that you do not want to come true. Now, I think that even goes for saying even how you feel at the moment, because our feelings can be fleeting. Now, I did talk about the feelings a minute ago, but those are different feelings that I'm talking about. Feelings of ups and downs and this and that. That's one thing. But when you have visualized exactly in your mind how it's going to feel and how you're going to react and how everything's going to come together in this moment in time in your future. I know Jim Carrey did that. He went up to Hollywood. I read a story about that. He went up to Hollywood and he envisioned himself, being the actor, making the money that he wants. And when he got that feeling of having all those things come together, that's the feeling that I'm talking about. It's that futuristic self that you kind of almost impersonate right now. Now, of course, you're not, but it's in your mind, but you can feel that. And when each step of the way has that kind of feeling associated with it, and I think feeling might not be the exact word I'm looking for, but you understand what I mean. It kind of leads you in that direction where you get that pit of your stomach. Oh, this isn't right, or oh yeah, and maybe that's in your heart. You can feel this openness toward it. Okay, those are the kind of feelings I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the moment where you look in the mirror like, oh, I'm ugly today. And tomorrow, oh, look how pretty I am. That's that doesn't work at all. You look the same yesterday and today. There's nothing different. But those are the feelings that we need to ignore, and we need to not speak out. We need to speak out the truth. We need to speak out what we want. I am happy. I am healthy. I am, I influence a lot of people for good. These things that we want in our lives. Our kids love us. We have the best kids. We have, whatever it is in your life. My business is growing and growing each day. Because, truthfully, it should be, and it is. So that's not a lie. That's just a way of thinking. Everything's getting better and better each day, because it is. Everything gets better. I mean, in some cultures, there was one culture I read about where they thought that the older you got, the faster you run. So, like the 80-year-olds could outrun the 20-year-olds. And it's not that the 20-year-olds were slow, it was that in their mind, this is how it was. And they were not influenced by all these outside sources that we have, coming today. And that's exactly how the guy won and beat the 4 minute mile. Because before I was like, you can't run a mile in 4 minutes. Well, he's like, he put that out of his mind. He's like, I'm not thinking about that at all. That's not in my conscious. I'm going to get a 4 minute mile. And as soon as he broke it, there was about at least 20 people, I think, that same either week or month that did the exact same thing. Why? Because one person put in their mind that it can be done. And you put in your mind that it can be done, and you take out all those external influences that say you can't, and you can do anything, okay? And I am just so excited about this stuff. When you know it's right, and you go for it. And just go for it. Don't look at yourself, say, I do not fit the picture of whatever it is that you think people should look like to do this certain thing. Okay, look at actors. They don't all look alike. Some are short, fat, pimply faced, but then there's some that are gorgeous and you just want to, well, some girls want to just follow them like, ooh, I am not that kind of girl. I don't I don't say that about anybody. But you know what I mean. Some are like, oh my goodness, hang on every word they say, look them up all the time. You know, I think actors are just people. They are no better than me, and anybody in any position. So, you got to have that image going in is we are good the way we are. Nobody's better, nobody's worse. We are just perfect in the position we are at the moment. And you have that mentality, you can make things work no matter what you are. So, you know what? You have an amazing day, and God bless everything that you are doing. Just put every effort into something worthwhile, whatever it is. If it's a hobby that makes you happy for the rest of everything else, do that. If, sitting there with your child for an hour doing, a puzzle or something is makes your day, have something to look forward to. It doesn't have to be, big dreams. But you know what? Whatever works for you. All right. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.